Hey ladies and gentlemen, thanks for checking in. Trevor Russell here. I am going to be interviewing Cheryl Jowett.
Yes, hi.
Who is the founder and the network manager for Rebel FM and Breeze FM here in southern Queensland.
Yes, we're actually a regional Queensland radio station and New South Wales station as well.
Okay.
And we've been working since 1988. We were the last free-to-air licensed radio stations issued in Australia by the then ABA. So same license as any other commercial radio station in Australia, but we specialise in servicing regional areas and dealing with a lot of small business people.
I'm really committed to helping businesses understand the most effective ways to prosper, attract clients, make sales, all the things that business people want. And I've been able to become friends and meet Cheryl recently through some business expos that we've been involved with, and Cheryl has been the sponsor of through Rebel and Breeze, which has been an outstanding event. But what I really have been so interested in and pleased to see and really want to share with you is the power of radio. It was quite a surprise to me seeing that radio still is a great marketing medium for business owners to promote themselves and generate clients and sales and customers. However, the thing that you shared with me, Cheryl, was some things have changed.
Very much so.
And how Cheryl and her team have been able to develop some strategies that, as a marketer, is so impressive. And it's really what I want Cheryl to share with you today around is how you can actually make radio work to actually really bring business through the door. So do you want to tell us a bit about that, Cheryl?
What you've really got to understand is how business has changed. And when you think back to your grandparents in the 40s and you got your parents in the 60s and the 70s, when you were starting a business, and whether it was a corner store or whether it was a butcher shop or a dressmaking store or even a supermarket, you would basically put out the welcome mat and then you would put the open for business sign out on the door, and then you would just sit back and wait for customers to come in. And every time you started a new business, or when you started your business, the first thing you would do is put an ad in the newspaper. And that's the way it was. Technology has changed things dramatically, so now we're seeing that there's probably more technology in your fridge, in your kitchen, than what there was in cars when your grandparents were running their corner store or running the local butcher shop. So businesses are still facing the same problems, and that is cash flow, not enough time, because you might remember back, if you come from a family that has had business owners in the past, you'll know that Granddad was never there. He was always working in his business. So having time to do things is something that now affects businesses nowadays. But the market has changed dramatically because of technology, and I think that's what a lot of people are struggling with, a lot of small businesses.
So they're confused what to do, how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of time, and again, we're still seeing the situation where you've got to be an expert in your own business. You've got to be a bookkeeper, you've got to be a marketer. And if you're the local plumber, you're spending your night times trying to come to grips with Facebook, websites, and things like SEO, lead magnets, I get it. Everyone's struggling with that at the moment.
Okay, so one of the things, Cheryl, that I've seen that you've done a beautiful job is the strategy that you've now developed in relation to how advertising has actually become very much a brand building traffic creator. And you've linked that to an online business directory. But we need the phone to ring, we need emails coming through because we need to transact business.
You really do need to get your name out there. That is the only, you have to invite business into your business.
But let's talk about the no more phone numbers in radio ads.
Yes.
What you've done to fix that.
Yes, realistically. Okay, when you get you've got to brand your name, because let's say, for example, you own a local butcher shop. Okay, and you want to get your name out there. The best way to do that is to build brand frequency, brand awareness through frequency, and radio does that. So you need to get your name out there. It may be XYZ Butchers, XYZ Butchers, XYZ Butchers. If you were going to pay Google AdWords a huge amount of money to boost your rankings in your Google searches and your relevance, your SEO, then you are going to keep having to spend more money and more money because your competitors will just continue to spend more money. So this is why McDonald's wins the burgers war, because they will throw more money at getting themselves higher in the first page searches on Google. So the way you could do it is go Butchers and whatever town you're in this example, the Gold Coast. So you could put Butchers Gold Coast, and anyone who spent more money than you on their Google AdWords will come higher up in the ranking. The way to stop that from happening is to put your business name in the Google search.
Okay.
So your business name is only relevant to you, right? So what we need to do is put XYZ Butchers in the Google search.
Okay, so XYZ, and I think you gave me an example of a plumber. Was it a plumber?
Yeah, a plumber.
And so let's just say it was XYZ Plumbing.
Yeah.
That was what your ads were delivering, XYZ Plumbing.
Yes.
So then people would go online and say, yep, I need XYZ Plumbing. I live in South Brisbane or Gold Coast, wherever they operate. And it comes up because of a couple of reasons. One's because they've also tied it in with their Google
Website.
Ads, their website, and you've also now got a supporting business directory, right?
What we found is that radio works like it did with Yellow Pages 30 years ago. Radio works really well with digital advertising. So what we've done is created a Rebel digital brand, which actually helps small business implement some of the shop fronts that they need for their business. And when I say shop fronts are not just a retail store where you open your door and put out the welcome mat. It is your website and it is your corporate Facebook site. You'd be amazed at the amount of people who are using their personal Facebook page for their business, which is a very big no-no. What we do is we call these shop fronts. So if you want to send somebody to your shop front, it could be your website. So that's where your contact information is held. But if somebody wants a plumber, I want them to think XYZ Plumbing when they put it into that Google search. And radio does that more cost effectively than throwing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at Google.
Yeah, I looked at the investment for radio advertising, and I'm not just saying this because I'm here, but from a return on investment, which is what we're all about in business, right, is if you're spending X amount of dollars and you generate 2 or 3 new customers a month through this, and you can see that it pays a nice ROI, that's what we're really about, right?
Yes. Last year, Coleman Brunton did a survey on the best ROI on your advertising budget, and they worked out that if you did radio and digital advertising together, you would get the best ROI. You can actually put TV into that, and it makes no difference whatsoever. All it does is increase the cost to you as a business owner.
Okay. So plumbers, carpenters, electricians,
vets, hairdressers.
Okay.
Anyone that is not retail.
Okay.
So it's trades and services business. And we did this because we found that there was a niche in the market, that there was a hole in the market for people who wanted a low entry price way to advertise, didn't have the money to actually have their own website, but needed a landing page to actually send people to. Remember,
so advertising, name of business, and that would come straight through to the directory, so that, because I've seen it, so that allows them to have a presence, a shop front online, and I also know too it's all very SEO rich and ticks all the boxes, easy to see phone number, easy to see email me, so we can translate the advertising and branding into actual phone calls and emails.
And it allows people to use local businesses rather than put in a Google search for XYZ plumbers in southeast Queensland and get 5,000 irrelevant plumbers. They may want one in their local area. So userlocal.com.au actually does that. It allows people to search for local trades and services within their area. When you combine that with radio, that actually, and we use on our radio stations, we support our userlocal.com.au brand. So we're getting huge success for that as a way of bringing sales in for userlocal.com.au. So we do what we preach.
Thank you, Cheryl. If any business owners that are watching that are based between, give us the region of your ideal advertiser business that you want to support.
In this area, userlocal.com.au is only operating at the moment in Logan, the Scenic Rim District, southeast Queensland area, which from Logan down through to the southern end of the Gold Coast.
Okay.
But we do radio station servicing for for the Darling Downs region outside Toowoomba, and even through to far north Queensland. So if your reach as a business owner is online, we can take you anywhere through regional Queensland and New South Wales.
And also down south to north?
Yes, from Logan, from South Brisbane right through to the border.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
And our sales executives are business consultants. They come in, they look at your shop fronts, again, your website.
I was really impressed with their approach, actually.
Your Facebook page. Look at what current marketing you're doing, because that's very important that we complement any existing marketing that you're doing. And then they put together a plan. And what we do is not expect it all up front. And I find that small business can be taken advantage of. They're being quoted big money websites, big money Facebook bills, big money Facebook advertising. So what we do, it's like anything. If you're trying to lose weight, as you know, or get fit in an exercise campaign, you can go mental for 4 weeks and lose a little bit of weight, but it comes back on again. So advertising is the same. It's something that we like to do over a long-term relationship with our clients, and we implement a plan to build those shop fronts. So make sure your website is working for you, make sure your Facebook is working for you, maybe even implement some Facebook advertising. We did this for a private school on the Gold Coast just recently, who were recruiting for teachers and other people to expand their school services next year. Amazing response. They had over 342 direct hits from their Facebook advertising that we did for them.
Wow.
And we also back that up with radio advertising.
And that's what I really love about what Cheryl and her team are doing. It's very much now an integrated approach. It's not just, hey, come and advertise on the radio with us. We have got a great opportunity to now advertise businesses, but also integrate an overall marketing strategy with social media, traffic, get found. And really, that's what I've been so impressed, is that you are working more as business development consultants.
Very much. We call ourselves problem solvers. We fix problems for business, and usually it's cash flow, time, or recruitment.
Yeah,
the biggest problems that small business is faced with today. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the important thing. If this is something that you're interested in taking more of a look at, I will put Cheryl's contact details, the office's details in the information below. And if nothing else, have a meeting, because information and knowledge, whether you do something now or later or never, is the most powerful thing. And this is where I do see a lot of businesses that do win, is they're willing to take a bit of time and actually have a look at what they can do smarter and more effectively to generate and run a better business. And that's nothing more than a catch up and a talk. But I have been really impressed with what you've created as a business growth strategy for small businesses, Cheryl. So thank you so much for your time. And if people want to check you out online, where should they go?
You can check User Local out at userlocal.com.au.
Userlocal.com.au.
Our radio stations at rebelfm.com.au, or we do The Breeze, which is targeted at the 40 plus demographic, which is a beautiful radio station that
I know, I've been listening.
That plays lovely music from the 60s and 70s right through to today. So you can check out any of that, or you can give us a call at the office on 566 56600. Really easy to remember. And I
Tell
know
them again.
566 56600. You can rewind and play that again.
I'll put it in the details below. Thank you so much, Cheryl. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And please, if you want to learn more about how Cheryl's team can help you in your business, the details below. And thanks for watching, and we'll be back again in the future. Bye.